peace, and welcome to my channel. This is Signs and Synchronicities. Just as I was about to press the record button, I can hear a siren in the background, so feeling like this message is about to be lit. It's about to be coming right on time for whoever hears it. I'm gonna just shuffle my cards here and ask that Spirit uses me as a vessel to deliver this message, and that this message finds whoever it's meant for. I trust that it will. I'm welcoming in through the tarot and through the signs that I'll pull, and any things that I might hear. I'm welcoming in the benevolent ancestors and guides that I have, and maybe the benevolent ancestors and guides of those who are listening to use me as a vessel to deliver this message, whatever we need to know and hear. And thank you for visiting this channel. If this message resonates with you, give me a thumbs up or give me a comment just so I know. A few more cards on the table here. Okay. First thing I'm thinking after I pulled my cards is justice is coming. We have justice and the Chariot here. So justice is coming. If you've been feeling hurt over something, the painful cycle's ending. You're going to be getting clarity. You're going to be getting clarity around that, whatever it was, this painful cycle for you. It's coming to an end. It's ending with justice for you. It's ending with being grounded in your passion, being grounded in yourself. It's now Leo season, and I'm definitely getting that fire energy. The only wand that came out was the Queen of Wands. So that's the energy that we're carrying forward for this season. Oh no, another wand came out, Six of Wands, my bad. I'm seeing a cycle coming to an end here, and that leading to stability, financial stability and security, mental stability and clarity. Yeah, 111, new beginnings for you, and balance, restoration and balance. The Death card didn't come up, but I'm seeing the scarab beetles, and so it's the ending and the rebirth of something for you in your life. Yeah, stability and balance is what's coming up for me in this, looking at these cards. Emotional restoration. Let me pull up some signs. I'm hearing that Common song, Go, Go, you know, that song? So maybe look into that, the lyrics, or if you've been waiting for something, then now's the time to go toward that, or in general, maybe not toward that, maybe away from that. Coming up is 4, 2, and 7, so I'm looking at that thinking 24/7, like always, every day. The zodiac signs, Aquarius, Taurus, and Capricorn. So that's 2 earth signs and an air sign. Both the moon and the sun are coming up in the signs, so that's making me think of that balance again that I was speaking to before, but also if you're thinking about love, which is one of the things that came up in the signs, then this is like a divine counterpart that you're thinking of. Like, this connection is very balanced, or has the potential to be very balanced. 2 of the other signs that came up is music and animals. So maybe if you've been hearing songs that remind you of this person, pay attention to some of those lyrics. If you've been seeing certain animals out and about, then look up what those animals mean. you're coming out of the energy, you're going away from the energy of something that was false and moving into something more authentic in yourself or in this connection. Another sign coming up is south. So maybe you're in the south, or the person you're thinking of is in the south, or maybe it's time to go south. Maybe you have southern roots and it's time to revisit that. The letters that came up are G, O, Y, and D. I just heard in my head, I do. Seeing that yo, and then seeing D-O, do. So I do came up in my head. So maybe it is, like I was saying before, that time for commitment. It might not be marriage, it might not be that high level of commitment, but there is more of a commitment coming in to this connection. Or maybe it's about being committed to yourself, committed to your growth, committed to what's in your heart space and really healing that. One thing that I like to do is listen to chakra meditation music, so that might help for you. Also, listen to some heart chakra meditation to heal what's in your heart space, because the way this Three of Swords comes up, it is talking about a heartbreak, or a disappointment, something that was really painful, that really affected you and your emotions, but also mentally. But we're coming out of that energy. It's moving away from that. Yeah, that's done. Basically, what I'm hearing is it's dead. Whatever that is, it's deaded. And you can look forward to the Chariot carrying you off into those happier times, those more stable times, bringing in that union that you've been longing for. There's a lot of Aquarius symbolism coming up in the cards, as well as that came up in the signs. So that could be sun, moon, rising, or Venus for the person that you're thinking about, or for you. If things have been feeling really heavy for you, it's going to be feeling lighter. It's going to be feeling lighter. If you've been noticing feathers out, pay attention to that. And remember that when you see them, that's a sign from your angels, from your guides, to let you know that they're with you. So you don't have to worry, that you're protected, your blessings are protected, they're already waiting for you, and that justice is coming. If you've been feeling wronged, something occurred where you've been feeling wronged, it's balancing itself back out. Karmically, it's balancing itself back out, and you don't really have to do anything but just focus on your growth on the day-to-day basis. Focus on your growth. The way the sun and the moon's coming out like that, the moon came out first and then the sun, so maybe you've been feeling like you're in a dark night of the soul type of, energy you've been in. And all you've really had to go on is your intuition. But you're stepping more into that sun energy of things being illuminated for you, feeling like you can move into the light of your life. Yeah, I'm getting a really happy and positive vibe as I pulled these cards. I feel lighter. I feel lighter. I feel a joy coming over me. So whoever I'm channeling for, I hope that you're listening to this and smiling and feeling like your anxieties are just sort of melting away, washing away. Take some time to ground. Take some time to ground and go inward with yourself, because you already have the answers. You're already in that Queen of Wands energy, and gender doesn't matter here. Whether you're male, female, trans, non-binary, whatever it is, you're in that Queen of Wands energy, and that's really good. That means that you're grounded in your passion, that you have a balance between your passion and your emotions. Maybe you're setting healthier boundaries for yourself. Maybe you're someone in your past who was leading with your passion in a way that may have led you into some situations that you knew weren't really for your highest good. but you're learning how to set healthier boundaries around that now. You're more protected and protective with yourself, so that's really good. And if you're not there yet, then maybe it's a time to really think about who or what has access to you. Maybe it's a time to clear some of that energy. Aquarius, the way that's coming up, it's also making me think of the Star card and the Temperance card. Those cards didn't come up, but both of those cards have that Aquarius energy. Speaking to being able to balance the intellectual and spiritual with the emotional, and bringing forth abundance, being able to really have that stability by doing those things. And then the Two of Cups, that's also reminding me of that Temperance card, of filling your own cup, or being met with an equal counterpart who can fill their own cup also, and you can just share in that with each other. The Ten of Pentacles, that's definitely stability coming up for you in your career and finances, or whatever you've been investing in is returning to you. And the Ace of Pentacles is speaking to that as well. Like, this is really positive. I'm getting like a giddy feeling. Maybe you've been questioning why about something. Like, why did it have to happen that way? Maybe you've been kind of in your head around that, sort of. But it's the time to let go of all that. Do you is another thing I'm getting when I look at these letters. Do you. Just don't worry about what other people are thinking. Not to say don't worry about how you impact other people and their feelings if you care about those people, but if you're someone who's self-conscious, which we all are, in our different ways, but if you're someone who's being held back or has been held back by that in the past, then you're cutting ties with all of that energy. You're looking toward the guiding light that you feel within you, and you're moving out of that energy. Have trust in yourself, have trust in your intuition. I'm seeing tears. I'm seeing like someone who is really like has cried a lot over whatever this is, has cried a lot. But I'm seeing also like your tears turning into your reward, this pain turning into your blessing. So just know none of that was in vain. None of that pain that you went through was in vain. It's a time to release fear, a time to release doubt. Yeah, we're moving out of Cancer season into Leo season, so you really may have been very emotional, even if you weren't showing it, even if you weren't actually crying those tears, you may have just been feeling it internally. But it's a time to step into that fire of that passion, whatever ignites you, to keep looking toward that and let that be your torchlight, your guiding light forward. Yeah, there was a disappointment, but through each step, Spirit has been watching you, has been watching how you handle things, and also watching others involved. So you may not have been able to see the other side of things, just like the people that you're thinking of weren't necessarily able to see your side, but Spirit saw it all. Spirit saw everything. Yeah, again, those zodiacs, Capricorn, Taurus, Aquarius, that could be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, especially maybe Venus, because this is a love reading. It's coming out as really speaking toward not just romantic connections and relationships, but also that self-love, which is something that we all have to cultivate and really build. Try to stay grounded in that self-love 24/7. And I don't mean that in like an egotistical way, I don't mean that in like a narcissistic way. I mean like that's false. That type of ego love is false. There's a lot of things that we can get caught up with in society, and rewarded for in our culture. But what I'm speaking to is real self-love, which is really nurturing yourself, listening to what's in your heart, listening to your intuition, listening to how things make your spirit feel, and trusting that. Yeah, I'm getting a strong feminine energy coming through. That could be you. It could be someone you're thinking of. It could be an ancestor who's been protecting you throughout this time. But I'm getting like a strong feminine energy, and when I pick up on it, it's making me feel calm. So trust that in those times where you weren't able to really push into and cultivate that self-love, there's been energy around you, authentic energy around you, even if you couldn't see it, even if it was just your spirits, who has been kind of picking up that slack for you in this time of difficulty and loving upon you extra. So maybe you have been seeing certain signs out and you're like, oh, that reminds me of, whoever you're thinking. It's because they wanted you to see those signs. They wanted you to be reminded of the love that is there around you, and let it just engulf you like the air does, like walk on it or move on it like you do the earth, let it shine over you like the sun and the moon, because you are definitely loved, you are definitely protected, and this chariot's coming to take you away and take you toward that stability. Okay. Some of the sequences we have here, double numbers, is 10, 10, 6, 6. We have 1, 2, 3. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, we have all of the numbers going toward through 10. All of the numbers but 9 coming through. So what I kind of thought about that is you're going through the entire sequence. You might be skipping that second to last step and just jumping straight in to the 10th, It's like it's maybe felt like really slow going toward it, but it's going to pick up quick at the end. You're going to be like taken away, like you're going to be feeling like you're soaring, flying through the air. And it might come as a surprise how this ends for you, It's like you may not have seen it coming, but your spirit team has been seeing it and knowing this is how it's going to go for you, and they're excited. I'm picking up on that excitement. It's like, oh, you got this, baby. We got you. Don't even worry. That's what I'm hearing. All right. I think I'm finished here. I'm all like giggly now after this reading. It felt really good. I hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, then drop me a comment, subscribe. I'm going to keep doing these channelings. All right, peace.